Come stop and take a trip down on my block, where you see hidden potential, young minds sharper than Ginsu, and ain't afraid to speak their mind if they got something against you. We standing with you, we tackle issues like civic pride. Hate will cease to exist, just put our differences aside. From my side to your side, from Dutchtown to South Side, from Penrose to North Side, from Benton Park to Old North, the West End to West Side. We blessed when we step out, we stand down, rise up, stand together, wise up.
This is StitchCast Studio, produced by St. Louis Story Stitchers in St. Louis, Missouri.
In this week's episode, our StitchCast sits down with Police Sergeant Stephen Perry for a conversation about the relationship between police and the community.
They say who that, but you already knew that. That be them story stitches, story stitches, story stitches, story stitches, story stitches.
So I agree with that 100%, and I do want to backtrack a little bit to go back into I guess we can call them rumors. So is it for real? Y'all got a boxing ring? What's up with that? Do y'all y'all when y'all get mad at each other, y'all put on the gloves and deal with it that way?
No. So we do have a boxing ring at the academy.
Okay.
No, we use it for guns and hoses. So they do guns and hoses training with the fire department and police. We also let the recruits box each other.
So it's just a recruit thing. Y'all gonna let them box each other?
It's a part of their training, yes. No, we don't have the general public come in and just kind of put the gloves on and do what they do. No, but we do have a boxing ring. Yes.
Don't y'all have I could have sworn Officer Harris was training for like a cops versus firemen boxing tournament or something like that?
Yeah, that's guns and hoses.
Oh, so that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Oh, okay. So so is this like a public event? Like I might not be able to get in the ring, but can I see it?
Yeah, guns and hoses.
Yeah,
you can buy tickets. It's
word.
every November, close to Thanksgiving.
Word.
Nice. Literally, yeah. Buy tickets. It's at the Enterprise Center.
Word.
Every November, literally. You
at the Enterprise Center?
Yeah, you can.
That's an arena.
And what? Yes, and you can watch.
My God, how big is this?
It's huge, and you can watch the police fight firefighters. Literally.
Word.
Absolutely. Yes.
Is that really like?
That's hilarious.
So I get it, but like, is that even really like fair? Like, ain't combat training like part of y'all job curriculum?
It is, but let me.
Saying, how does work?
I'll just be frank. I've seen some policemen get knocked out. So
yeah, 100%. Me too.
You can't judge a book by its cover. I mean,
have you ever been in it?
No, I don't. No. No, that's not my thing. That's not my thing.
Okay, one more question. I saw this in the obviously this is not the last question.
Yeah,
but so I saw in a movie, Exit Wounds.
Okay.
So I saw in this movie where the cops was tasing each other to see who was tougher. That's not something that actually happened, right?
No, absolutely not.
All right, cool.
I would imagine nobody in this room has ever been tased before, but it is not fun to do. There is no. You cannot get tased and like stand and like take it. Like no.
Oh, word.
That's not reality. That's TV. It'll make you lay down. Literally.
Felt. Okay, cool. Yes, ma'am.
I had a question around advice for young people when they encounter police, or maybe if you're a young person and you think someone's gonna harm you, that maybe someone on the street got mad at you over something on social media. Do you have any advice for them?
Let's tackle the first question. So, for a young person when they encounter the police. So a lot of young people, they kind of look at them versus police as more of an adversarial thing. Don't look at it like that, right? So the way that I kind of navigate, let me put myself in a young person's shoes, right? So the police approach me for any reason. I was always taught that you kill them with kindness, right? You have to know how to kind of tactfully navigate your way through this situation. So instead of approaching the policeman from a negative standpoint, just kind of be more inviting and more respectful. Now, I don't want you to take respect as being submissive to the police. No, be confident in this interaction. However, there's really no need to start bad mouthing a policeman or kind of turning the interaction negative. Just kind of be friendly with them. Sir, yes, sir, how you doing? Absolutely not. Or whatever questions they ask, you just kind of. And I'm not encouraging people to be forthcoming with information. That's more of a legal conversation. But I just think it's just take it more from a respect standpoint. Now, of course, if the policeman approaches this young person and they on 10 and they kind of, because you get respect by giving respect. That's anybody. So if I'm a policeman, I approach a young person and I immediately approach them with negativity and disrespect, that's what I'm gonna get in return, right? But if I approach this young person with mutual respect, despite their age, this is a person, they understand what's going on. Let me, you know what I mean? Just kind of make it respectful. If you make it respectful, the hope is that they kind of return that same respect. So I would say just kind of be kind and respectful. You know, again, don't be submissive. You need to bow down to this person. This person is not above you. We are equals, period. Police are not. We are equals. So I don't look down on anybody. I'm just serving. That's all I'm doing. And to your second question, you said if I had a negative interaction with somebody, or if as a young person, it's a lot going on in our city. It's a lot going on in our city. Listen, I grew up in the Ville neighborhood. So it was a lot that went on even when I was in school. Guys bringing guns to school, shootings outside the school, around in the neighborhood. And you know, for the kids who didn't want to be involved in any of that, it kind of terrified you. You always wanted to be cool with everybody so that there's no beef, because I don't want people shooting at me. You know, I'm trying to live until I'm 90 if I can. So it's like, how do I navigate a world with so much negativity, so much peer pressure? It's not easy, because everybody else may be on some rah-rah stuff when I'm just trying to be peaceful. I'm not even trying to be in that. I'm not even involved in it, but they may suck you into that inadvertently. And of course, you don't want to go to your parents and say, hey, listen, you know, I'm having an issue with a person. You should. But then again, it's like, okay, do I go reach out to the police and say, hey, listen, I'm fearful of this person who threatened me? Then you may feel like you a snitch, right? Oh, I'm a snitch. I can't. You know what I mean? So you kind of getting it from both sides. I'm afraid to say something because I'm afraid. But at the same time, I don't want to be afraid in my own skin and in my community that I grow up in. So, and then it's tough to say, hey, listen, this person that I'm having an issue with, am I brave enough to go to him and say, hey, listen, brother, I don't really want no problems with you, man. I'm just trying to do my thing, man, and just be cool. Would he even be receptive to that? No, you scary. You don't want to fight me. Come on, brother. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to be cool, man. That's it. And then everybody else may start laughing at you and, you know what I mean, looking at you crazy. And then again, you feel like you scary or you soft. Or so young people are dealing with so much emotionally, psychologically, to be safe, but at the same time, navigate and fit in. It's tough. It's tough. Honestly, I don't even know if that answered your question, but it's tough. It's a whole road that young teenagers navigate. So,
hey, what's going on, everybody? You already know what time it is. Time for another StitchCast Studio Arts Interlude. That's right, it's time to pick the city up. This week, we have a Story Stitch's original song entitled Bang in the Night.
It's like walking on a tightrope out here. It's a jungle, you know what I'm saying? I wish I could just tell you see you later, but that's called taking it for granted, because we don't know.
Post-traumatic, schizophrenic, take a trip with panic. Close to static, clicking bandits, came to flip the planet. They call them red-handed, 45, semi-auto. Death wishing on a mission like it's no tomorrow. He yellow tip the spits and follow, listen, pay attention. He bottled up with tension off the whip, your day was sentenced. Looking for repentance and redemption in this cold world of sad reality for urban boys and girls who can't
run from the sound of the clock. Rise to get shot, bodies get found on the block. Just hit the ground but they pop. Shooting for nothing, they wanna be down with the spot. Boy,
all my life, man, it's the same fight. I'm sick of things going bang in the night.
Can't run from the sound of the clock. Rise to get shot, bodies get found on the block. Just hit the ground but they pop. Shooting for nothing, they wanna be down with the spot. Boy,
you know these bullets ain't got no names, right? Wish it was strange, you bang in the night. Was he maniacal? Tell me what's the impetus? Cause everybody present red rum on the injured list. How you play the judge, jury, bailiff, executioner? Yeah, got a problem with you messing the solution up. The pain and the poverty permeates the bloodstream. Full blown addicted to shooting like you a trigger fiend. What you mean, self-hating per usual? And if you see it differently, you're seeing it's delusional.
the sound of the clock. Rise to get shot, bodies get found on the block. Just hit the ground but they pop. Shooting for nothing, they wanna be down with the spot. Boy,
all my life, man, it's the same fight. I'm sick of things going bang in the night.
can't run from the sound of the clock. Rise to get shot, bodies get found on the block. Just hit the ground but they pop. Shooting for nothing, they wanna be down with the spot. Boy,
you know these bullets ain't got no names, right? Wish it was strange hearing bang in the night. Put the another slogan. It's a way of life in the memory of the chosen. Mental health counseling, cause families are broken. And what can people do with all these pent up emotions? A whole lot of rage is the wire of my city, bro. If you ain't living next to the ones who quit to spit 50, bro. Yesterday people lost some things, today get hit pretty close to home. Tomorrow all this might be gone.
Can't run from the sound of the clock, rise and get shot. Bodies get found on the block, just hit the ground but they pop. Shoot for nothing, they wanna be down but the spot, boy.
All my life, man, it's the same fight. I'm sick of things going bang in the night.
Can't run from the sound of the clock, rise and get shot. Bodies get found on the block, just hit the ground but they pop. Shoot for nothing, they wanna be down but the spot, boy.
You know these bullets ain't got no names, right? Wish it was strange hearing bang in the night. We got the blood of the young on our hands, and if we stay divided, then you know we won't stand. I wish it was sweet, but on me it's plain scary. These cowards keep killing, I'm seeing babies get buried. It's necessary that you stay aware of your survival. Pick up an occupation, try to interrupt the cycle. Cause if we let depression and anxiety prevail, that means we fail to plan, so we planning to fail.
From the sound of the clock, rise and get shot. Bodies get found on the block, just hit the ground but they pop. Shoot for nothing, they wanna be down but the spot, boy.
All my life, man, it's the same fight. I'm sick of things going bang in the night.
Can't run from the sound of the clock, rise and get shot. Bodies get found on the block, just hit the ground but they pop. Shoot for nothing, they wanna be down but the spot, boy.
You know these bullets ain't got no names, right? Wish it was strange hearing bang in the night.
If you really think someone's going to hurt you, someone's going to shoot you,
Go to the police. Come to us.
and what would stop? Like, would they know then, or is there like how does that work? Is there a confidential?
So the hope
thing?
is that they tell their parents and their parents come to us. So if a mom calls the police and they say, hey, listen, my 16-year-old son, he's having some issues with some boys at his school and they threatening to shoot him. They brought a gun to the school. You know, he's afraid, you know, he doesn't want to go to the boys. He doesn't want to seem soft, but I'm afraid for my son. What can I do for my son? Get the school involved. Speak to the principals, whatever administration you need to talk to. And that's if the school take action. Some schools, you'll go to them about something like that and they just kind of blow it off. So the most concerned person in that situation is the parent. This is my son. I'm concerned about him. What are y'all gonna do to protect my son? Yeah, you can probably protect him inside the school, but what's gonna happen when he walk into the school bus? What's gonna happen when he walk into school? What's gonna happen when he leaving the football game? Are y'all gonna protect my son? So you come to us. Something that I can offer people in terms of advice to protect your kids is, they probably don't want to do this, but I'm like, if he needs to leave that school and go to another school, he needs to go to another school. Because these guys not gonna leave him alone. They bullying him, they doing this to him. And he just want to go to school and do his work. That's it. He a good kid. He just want to stay out of the way. But these kids steady bullying him. If I was that parent, we leaving the school. I'm going to go to the principal and all of that, and I'm going to tell him, if y'all don't protect my son, it's going to be a problem. If not, we leaving this school. And we would just leave the school. We have to go to another school. And I don't care if I had to sell my house to move to another part of the district to go to another school. That's what I'm going to do for my kids, period. So that's the advice that I would give a parent. But some parents may not have that avenue. They may not be financially stable enough to do that. They may not. It's a lot of issues that the parents may be battling that they can't even get their kids out of that situation. So we try to offer as much as we can. We go through our juvenile division. They got a lot of resources they can offer the kids when it comes to juvenile courts, DJOs, getting people involved that can come in and really get involved. We have the Office of Violence Prevention. They have violence interrupters that can probably come to the school, speak to this other group and say, hey, listen, can y'all leave this young man alone? He don't want no problems. You know what I mean? He's afraid of you guys. Whatever we need to do, we're going to get involved because we need our young people. So.
Blue, you got a question too?
So I just wanted to know, do you listen to rap music? You listen to hip hop?
Of course.
So yeah, I assume. But so
he said,
when you hear rap music and they like dissing the police and talking about police officers, like, do that make you feel a type of way listening to that music? Like, do you not sing them parts?
That's a very interesting question. So, no, I like them songs. I believe in expression. You know what I mean? Like, I just believe in young people expressing how they feel, what they see, what they deal with every day, what their family members deal with. I don't have an issue with it at all, to be quite honest. They say what they say. Some young people who speak on that, they may respect the police. You know what I mean? So I know I actually like all of those songs. Not all of them, but for some rappers, for some artists, yeah, I enjoy that.
So you ain't never like wished a rapper would be like, "Hey yo, I rock with the cops," or nothing like that?
You know what? You saying that don't even sound right. Like that don't even sound right. Like that just don't even.
No, don't put that on.
Yeah, no, that don't even sound right. For some, we know they may not have issues with the police. It's just how they talk. It's just it's marketable. Absolutely, it's what's selling. So we understand it. You know.
Who you listening to right now? What rappers you listening to?
I'm really into this Drake Future beef, Metropolitan.
Ain't we all?
I'm trying to follow that right now. See what's going on.
Yeah, when you said the rah-rah, no, I'm trying to be peaceful thing, I thought of Kendrick and J. Cole, which kind of broke my heart a little bit.
Yeah, J. Cole kind of gave in too quick, and I'm a J. Cole fan. So, but I understand. You know, he according to him, he wasn't feeling it, but I feel like you got to stand 10 toes down in that situation.
Yeah,
this the rap game.
We ain't got to talk about it. We don't even need to talk about it.
I got you. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
It was tragic. What's up, though?
Yeah, just real quick though, in your personal opinion, how much influence do you think the music has on like the younger generation and the types of interactions that y'all have?
Yeah, I don't really like to offer my personal opinion, but I'm gonna speak to this. So I think it's huge. I think rappers have a big influence on young people. That's just kind of what they see all day, every day. I don't like the fact that, you know, they can say what they want about the police, but don't glorify violence against people that look like you. These people look just like you. They grow up around you. They, you know what I mean? They work hard. They live in. And you glorifying it, like, nah, that's not cool. I understand it's marketable and it's selling, but young people may hear that and they say, oh, okay, cool, let me pop a pill and let me ride out and just do what they, and it's like, why are we encouraging that? You know what I mean? Yeah, it sound good on the song, but yeah, they are very influential, and it's not good for our community, honestly. So
let's say you pulling somebody over, right? And as you get out the car, you hear them blasting NWA. Do you walk up singing it, or are you like, oh, it's about to be a trip?
Nah, if they played it simply because we stopped them, then it's like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And, you know, we just kind of be like, listen, bro, it ain't even got to be like that. Like, this ain't even what we own. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I only stopped you, bro, because you was blasting your music. Can you just turn it down for me?
Yeah.
Now, the easiest way to end that interaction would be, you know what, officer, you right, my bad. I ain't mean to, you know what I mean? I'll turn it down. I'm like, hey, young brother, I appreciate that. And boom, he going about his business. But then you got that interaction where it's like, man, for what? I can do what I want to do. It's like, why you got to go there? You know, I was just trying to be cool and peaceful. That's all I want to, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. It just kind of depends on the dynamics of why they playing the song. I ain't tripping off the song. It's just, you know, we just want to be respectful. That's all. So, that's all it is.
I feel that. That's real. That's real. I just picture you trying to talk to him. He like, yo, dude, got it bad because I'm brown. Something like that. No, I love it. I love the openness. I love the openness 100%.
So what is like your worst experience with an arrest?
With an arrest?
Yeah.
I've had a lot, but I will tell you about this one time. I'm not gonna say no names, but we got this call to a medical office on Forest Park and Taylor's, right across from that old Jets Pizza. So a young man brought in his 3-month-old daughter. She was ill. She was sick. And him and the mother were not together. So, of course, he called the mother to say, hey, listen, I'm bringing the kid to the doctor. She get there and she is on 10, okay? And so we get there. We try to calm everybody down. And she's like, well, I want my baby. Well, I'm like, well, ma'am, do you have any custody agreements in place? She was like, no. I'm like, well, to be honest, ma'am, I can't take the kid from the father. Y'all have is you know what I mean? He has just as much rights to the child as you do. Are you acknowledging he's the father? Yes, I am. Well, ma'am, he has just as much rights as you do in this situation. So everything was, she was upset about that. That's not what she wanted to hear, but she was just like, okay, it is what it is. So while kind of interacting with the guy, which initially he was cool, he had the baby in his arms, he was cool. My partner at the time kind of whispered in my ear, he was like, hey, Perry, he got warrants, he got felony warrants. I said, how you know that? He was like, well, the security guards told me. So I'm like, all right, well, listen, before we do anything, I need you to go outside and verify this. So he went on outside. I'm kind of talking to the guy, keeping him cool. You know, we just kind of chopping it up. And he came back and he was like, yeah, Perry, he got felony warrants. Now, we have this aspect of discretion, right? We have this in our policy, but there's certain things we can't exercise discretion on, right? So we talking serious felony warrants. So I'm like, okay, this might get ugly. Okay, so I'm like, hey, listen, sir, listen, you got some warrants we need to take care of. I'm gonna need for you to give the baby to mom. He's like, nah, I ain't doing that. Ooh, okay. Listen, I understand, brother, but we gotta go to jail today. I apologize, but it is what it is, right? We just have to. It is what it is. It's the negative side of the job, but it's part of the job. So he's like, no, I ain't going nowhere. You're gonna have to make me. He got the baby in his arms.
I'm saying, at least put the baby down. Bro.
I'm trying. So I'm like, brother, come on, man. Can't you just get a baby to the mama so we can handle our business? He like, nope. So we talking. He ain't coming down off of it. So, of course, he was talking super reckless. Like, I ain't going back to jail. You know, we can do this in here. We can do that. Expletive. So, you know, of course, I have to prep myself for whatever he throw my way. So I kind of zipped my jacket up a little bit. Like, okay, well, this may get physical. The child's mother went berserk. Oh my God, please don't hurt my baby. I'm like, man, we not gonna do nothing to him. Okay, he got the baby. We not gonna do nothing at all. I promise we not. So she calmed down. So we call our supervisor. He show up. He tries to calm the man down and talk him down. Still not happening. He like, man. So he finally gets to the point where he's like, listen, if y'all have my mama and my brother come up here, then I might get a baby up. So we get on the phone. We call his mama and his brother. They come. The mama's like, son, what are you doing? You have to go with the police. Just do what they ask you to do. No, mama, I can't go. I want to go back to jail. She like, son, please. What better person to reason with you than your mama, right? She like, son, please, just get a baby to a young lady and so we can do what you need to do. No, mama, I can't do that. So the brother like, bro, man, the police ain't leaving. So you might as well get a baby up, man. You do not want to do this with the police. He was just trying to be just frank with his brother. So long story short, he eventually decides to give the baby to the mom, and he came with her. So that was probably by far and this took 2 hours. This took 2 hours of talking to him. So that was probably one of the worst interactions I've had. So that was probably the worst, honestly, or one of. So
what's the difference between what your responsibilities are as a sergeant versus just being a what do they call entry level police officers?
Just a police officer.
Oh, okay, cool. So what's the difference?
So as a policeman, I mean, you just kind of have general duties of patrol work, answering calls, enforcing traffic, stuff like that. So from a sergeant standpoint, now I'm responsible for people. So as a policeman, I'm only responsible for myself, right? But then as a sergeant, now I'm responsible for a group of people. And this responsibility stretches further than just making sure they responding to their calls, they treating people right, they writing their police reports. It goes to the point to make sure that mentally they're okay, make sure their home lives are okay so that they can come and be effective policemen. So it's a lot. It's a lot of more dynamics with it, but more so being responsible for others in their lives. So, yeah.
So and this might be going back to the I don't know how much of the movies is actual, I don't know how much of it is the actual situation.
Sure.
But I do notice detectives in suits running and chasing people and jumping over fences from time to time. Do detectives actually ever have to chase people and be in the field like that?
It doesn't happen as often, but yes, they might.
So why are you wearing Stacey Adams?
So
if you know you ain't chasing somebody.
So it's not very common at all. Actually, it's rare.
So
normally, so let's say for instance, I'm an investigator. We need to go pick up a guy that is allegedly committed a whatever crime. I won't personally go, we have people that do that for you. So they would essentially do the grungy work for you to bring him to me. So I may be in my office at my desk and I may call some people that say, hey, listen, this is the guy we're looking for. This is what he looks like. Can y'all go find him for me? And they will go out and they will find him. And they would bring it back to me, and then I do my part. So it's not often that they go and they do a lot of tactical work in some Kohans and a dress shirt and a tie and some slacks. Like, nah.
Got you. I'm saying, like, that's not conducive to the job.
It's just not how I can't run in Stacey Adams. Period.
You feel me?
Yeah,
I just did a wedding, and I was like, ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
I had on a tux, walking to the car. I'm like, ain't no way.
Feet toe up.
You feel me?
Coins, bunions,
you
all
feel
that.
me?
Over with.
You feel me?
Over with.
I have another question.
Sure.
Going back to the community, in your neighborhood, I'm pretty sure it's pretty quiet. No, like, problems or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is, do your neighbors just come knocking on your door?
That's a very interesting question. So where I live now, no, I live in Florissant now, but there was this one time I was living on the 1900 block in Benton, right off near 20th and near St. Louis Avenue. So my neighbor knew I was the police, and it's wintertime. It's like snowing outside. He comes and he knocks on my door. Boom, 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 boom. I open the door. I look through the peephole first, and I see him. I'm like, what's going on, man? He's like, listen, man, my neighbors, they fighting. You know, they fighting. He fighting with his girlfriend, man. Can you come help me? And I'm like, I'm in pajamas. I'm like, dude, I'm off work. Like, you gotta call the police. Like, I'm not at work. What you want me to do? Like, you know what I mean? Come down there now. Like, I don't have anything. Like, I can't take action. I'm not even on the clock. So, he kind of looked at me like, what? You the police? And I'm like, well, we do get off days. You know what I mean? I can't be the police all the time. So, he was just like, oh, okay, cool. And so he called 911 and they came to handle this problem. So, but where I live now, no, don't nobody know I'm the police because I don't wear uniform. My uniform home. I wear plain regular clothes home.
You don't come with the car?
No. And even if they knew I was, there's nothing I could do. That's outside of my venue anyway. So they would have to, I live in unincorporated St. Louis County. So they would have to kind of call St. Louis County to do what they need. So.
But I thought if you see something, even if you off duty, you still have to.
So, yes, we have to take action, but that action can simply be me being a witness, and I pick up my phone like, "Hey, we need the police." So let's say, for instance, I'm getting a Gatorade and some Doritos, some QT, right? Mm-hmm. And I see a couple fighting outside of the gas station. I'm not getting involved in that. I will call the police though. Like, hey, y'all may want to respond. There's a young man and a young lady fighting outside of the gas station, and go from there. I mean, I took some action. I'm a good witness. I can be a good witness off work. You know what I mean? Unless it's something very egregious and dangerous happening, then absolutely. I mean, I'm in the job of saving lives. That's what I do. But some situations, I mean, you got to pick and choose your battles. It may not be safe for me to get involved. Like, I don't have a bulletproof vest. I may not even have my weapon. So what can I do? I may die. I may get killed. I don't want to get killed. So sometimes you may have to just pick up the phone. Hey, y'all may want to respond. This is going on. I'll stay here and watch until y'all get her, but I would like to not get involved. So, and they understand. Yeah.
What if you off duty would come across somebody that like you've been looking for? This been a wanted person for like 3 years, and you off duty and you see him in a movie theater or something like that.
You sneak out and you get on the phone and you call your people.
Oh, ain't no situation ever where you gonna be like, hey, stop.
No. Because what if I'm with my family? I'm endangering them. So if I see, let's say I'm in there, I'm with my family, we watching whatever movie, and I'm like, is that dude? Ooh. Hey, sit tight. I'm gonna step out. Hey, what you doing? Hey, you know that guy we've been looking for? Hey, he at the AMC theater right now. Is he for real? Yeah. So you may want to call that venue or that municipality. And, you know, hey, listen, this is what we got going on. He's a wanted person. Even if they can't respond, and it is what it is, but I can't get involved with my family here. So I'm not saying anything. No.
What's some stereotypes that you face? And then what would you say, like, something that you like and something that you're like, man, that is not how we are?
Eating donuts, obviously. So let me just be honest. I will knock some donuts back. Like, let's not be crazy.
That's real.
Donuts is fire. Like, I mean, am I crazy?
No, not at all.
Donuts is fire. Like, that's just what it is.
Everybody like donuts. It's cool when they do.
We eat donuts. That's what it is. What other stereotypes? That we like know everything about the law? It's impossible. Like, yes, we are criminal justice practitioners, but there's no way I can absolutely know everything about the law. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. I can't really think of any other specific stereotypes. Do you know of any that I can probably speak to?
I've never seen a cop with a handlebar mustache and sunglasses. Not one time.
Yeah, no. So there's a certain way you have to wear your mustache. They do.
So you can't even do the.
It has to look a certain way. Like, your professionalism is everything. So it has to look a certain way. But they love sunglasses. I mean, it's, I don't know if they. I would imagine they wear them for the sun, but I would hope that they don't wear them for an intimidation fact. I would hope not, but most wear them for the sun. But they love sunglasses. So
all the other stereotypes I know is pretty much not, and it's not necessarily a stereotype that I know. It's just like as they approaching you in the car, traffic stop or something like that, just how to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes sir, no sir, things like that. But
you know what? So don't get it twisted. Even as a policeman, I get stopped by the police, right? And so sometimes policemen can be a tad bit arrogant when they get stopped by the police. They're like, I'm the police. What they doing stopping me, right? Well, I'm on the flip side of that, right? When I'm off work, I am a civilian. I try to think like a civilian. So if I get stopped by the police, I'm gonna treat them with the utmost respect. Good evening, ma'am. How you doing? My apologies. Was I going too fast? I'm sorry. Let me get my, handle my stuff. And normally when you hit them with that kindness, they like, ooh, because they don't expect that. They like, oh, sir, ma'am. Okay, cool. Hey, listen, have a good day. Now, obviously, sometimes they look at I hand them my police ID too, and they may just kind of be like, all right, have a good day. But I don't expect that. They may say, let me see your proof of insurance, and they may be looking at my police ID, and they may say, oh, never mind. I may say, are you sure? I have it right here for you, knowing that I'm inviting you to kind of do whatever it is you need, because you got a job to do. I'm not finna talk to you crazy, because that's how you feed your family. So whenever you get stopped by the police, listen, I know what you may feel and how some young people feel about the police, but just kind of, I'm telling you, if you be respectful, they appreciate that. They're like, oh, okay. You know what? Hey, young man, you have a good day, all right? Hey, be safe out here and send them on their way. Just kind of explain your plight. Like, listen, my play's bad, sir. I'm going to school. I'm in college right now. I'm paying for school myself. I don't really have parents in my life. I'm really trying to do my best to kind of get myself back on track. But here's my license. You got license. You got to oh, okay. Well, you know what, young brother? Hey, I appreciate your honesty, man. And I appreciate you speaking to me like this. Man, you have a good day. Instead of, what you stopping me for? That's the wrong way to start that. You get more bees with honey. Yeah. That's what I was always told. You get more bees with honey.
So, serious question.
Yeah.
Let's say somebody gets stopped by a cop and they got a loaded weapon in the car. It's legal, but there is a loaded weapon in the car. How do I now interact with the cop, knowing that I'm assuming I should let them know that there is a loaded weapon in his car, but like how do I interact with that exactly?
So there is no legal obligation for you to tell us. Of course, it's a very common question for me to say, hey, listen, are there any weapons in this vehicle that I need to know about? Let me quickly be just realistic right now. I'm gonna be real frank. Young people, we sometimes there's incidents where they are afraid of the police and they see what goes on. They've seen interactions on social media where people have been killed by the police. Then you try to navigate in your mind, like, should I tell him I have a gun? Or would it be safer for me to not mention it, because that may put him on alert that I don't want to put him on. I want to keep him or her at ease.
Right.
So maybe mentioning this or not mentioning this is probably safer for me. We are okay with that. Right. So even if it's like in your center council, now most policemen may disagree with what I'm saying, and they may say, well, we always want to know. I understand. Put yourself in this person's shoes, okay? Understand what they go through and what they see and what they feel, okay? And do they feel safe? Now, some policemen may say, why wouldn't you feel safe? I'm the police. If you seen some of these videos of these policemen and how negatively they interact with the people,
right?
In some aspects, sometimes I would be afraid too. So it's like, okay, well, understanding that dynamic, again, would it be safer for them to not mention this, okay, I wouldn't be mad about that. Like if I later learned that they had a weapon in the car, I'm not gonna say, why didn't you tell me? You know what I mean? I'm gonna be like, oh, were you afraid to tell me? No, sir. I didn't really know. I didn't know you were gonna be, nice to me, or I didn't know, how you would treat me. So I was just afraid to tell you. I get it, young man. I understand. But legally, you are allowed to have it. If you want to be honest with the policeman, you can. It will put them on alert. I will say that. They may want to remove you from the car. They may want to remove the gun while they interact with you while you're in the car, which they technically can do because this is technically a detention because it's a lawful traffic stop, depending on why they stopped you. And they can kind of just hold on to it during the interaction and then return it to you. They can't deprive you of your property without due process. So if they don't have any reason to arrest you or they just issuing a citation, they will issue the citation and give you back the weapon. So. Yep, you can have it in your vehicle.
As we wrap up, is there a message or anything that you would like to leave the people with, whether it be something that you want them to know about police officers or that you want officers to know about civilians? Is there anything that you want to leave the people with?
Sure. So, let me speak from a recruitment standpoint. We need more, right? And again, if you see that change is needed, be a part of it and come join us. Okay, don't be afraid. Let me also say that we are in this together. So don't look at this like it's a divide, us, them, drama. That's not the case. Okay, I grew up on a 4400 block of Redbud, the 4800 block of Kossuth. Like, I understand and we hear you. Don't get it twisted. We want to understand you further and know what your plight is and what issues you have and what you expect from us as community servants. Okay. And I don't mean servants in the point where I'm a butler or something, but I mean, I'm here to serve you. So if you need something, I'm here for you. We're here for you. So we in this together, and without the help of the youth and the community at large, we can't, make the city safer. So let's do it together.
Felt that's real. First, Sergeant Perry, thank you so much for being willing to come out and have a conversation with us. We think a familiarity just kind of helps, becoming more familiar with each other helps with what we're trying to do. So we appreciate you being willing to come out here and have the conversation with us. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody under the sound of my voice, I want to thank you for listening to another episode of StitchCast Studio. If you're in between the ages of 16 and 24, wondering how you could become a part of our StitchCast family or how you can become a part of Story Stitches in general, we encourage you to go to storystitches.org where you can apply. If you're wondering when our next performance is, if you want to know what we have coming up next, how you can be a part of what we're doing, or how you can support what we're doing, we also encourage you to go to storystitches.org where there is much information to be had. We want to thank you so much for listening. I'm your host, Brandon Lewis, signing off.
See you later. Bye, guys.
I already know.
Bye, y'all.
Sergeant Perry.
Yes, thank you.
And we out. Thank y'all for listening.
Hey, that was amazing. I really enjoyed this.
St. Louis Story Stitches. StitchCast Studio Live is supported in part by an award from the National Endowment for the Arts on the web at arts.gov. Story Stitches is supported in part by the Lewis Prize for Music's 2021 Accelerator Award. The mission of the Lewis Prize is to partner with leaders who create positive change by investing in young people through music. StitchCast Studio, St. Louis Story Stitches, and the Center is supported by Kranzberg Arts Foundation as a resident organization. Thank you for listening.
They say who that, but you already knew that. That be them story stitches. Story stitches, story stitches, story stitches, story stitches.